Our next match at the Queensland Murri Carnival of 2024 on Field 5 is a girls under 14 match between Murri United and the Sunshine Coast Bunyas. It's Murri United on the left of screen in the multicolours, red, yellow, green, grey, all sorts of colours. The Sunshine Coast Bunyas waiting to receive this kick-off in the mainly white tops. I'm Warren Boland. With me is Troy Clarkson, and Troy, under 14s. Let's hope they rip in here.
Oh, it's been a great set of standard of football over the last couple of days, so I'm really looking forward to watching this game today.
Just waiting for the signal to kick off. Both teams got out there nice and early, which is good, following the schedule. But it's been non-stop action on fields 1 to 5 all morning. We're starting to get towards the serious end where the ladder will be sorting itself out to see who's going to be playing in those finals.
Absolutely, and seeing the nutrition of the girls, having to make sure they back up after, they play 2 games today. It's going to be seeing, with the next few days to go, a bit of survival.
Yeah, it is survival of the fittest and best. Okay, there's the kickoff from Murri United, and it's taken at the back by Kaylee Reeks. And Sunshine Coast Bunyas set up here just outside their own 20, juggled by Annalise Williams. Ends up with a Maya Green. And up the middle they go with Chelsea McGurk. So changing direction here and stepping and weaving. And the defence swarms in on her. I think that was Ruby Templeman in from the wing. Now through the hands. And they keep it going. Eventually getting towards that right edge. And taking it forward is Maddie Ship.
Good ball movement from the Bunyas there.
And on the last, the kick downfield is a good one. Low and hard. Taken there by Laura Mills, who was ready for it. And now she's going to return the kick with interest. Heading for the halfway. Can she get away? No, good chase from Kaylee Reeks. Nice short ball there to Angel Page. It was Amali Batchelor delivering the pass. Breeze blowing towards our broadcast side of this game. So if you're going to kick, this is the side to kick to. Dummy half is Harley Flynn. And Tamza Maguire keeps it going. And they draw a penalty. The charge there from, I think it was Grace Webb. It was Grace Webb, earns the penalty. One of the players out there, she's not quite on the field yet, will be wearing the pink headgear, but Emily McConnell. From the tap here, they're on the attack again. Another run for Grace Webb.
Good tackle from Green, the number 10. Put her ball in front of the attack. It was great to see.
Well, this will be the first real test for the Bunyas. Maguire plays it and rocking forward here. I think that's Tishala Maru. And she gets to her feet slowly. Played out there through Maguire. Ball down. And that's a knock on. So the Bunyas hold out.
Yeah, great defence from the Bunyas on their try line. They really, got off their line and wanted to meet Murri United and put a lot of pressure on them. So that was good to see.
So they were under a real threat there, but managed to hang on. So they got the scrum feed here, the Sunshine Coast Bunyas, but deep in their own territory. Let's see if they can make some progress upfield from the scrum win. Marcus working hard there for Murri United. Out quickly on the right was Maguire. And she's there again, Maguire, putting pressure on the dummy half. Rule to have not moved too early.
The Bunyas really need their forward pack to step up now. They really need to to take a few tough curries coming out of their half.
Well, there's pretty enthusiastic defence meeting them so far. And once again, Angel Page involved in that tackle. She chases here from marker. She can't make the tackle, but cover comes across, and that's Sienna Estelle Burriston finally corralled. Now the kick downfield makes a bit of ground. Gathered in back there by Laura Mills. So Mills covering both sides of the field at fullback in the number 2 jersey. And the 21 is Eliana Monet, a relative of Eddie, and she's on the burst. Look at it go, Eliana Monet. Monet for the line, still going. They cannot stop her. Monet all the way and crashes over for the try. Uncle Eddie celebrating, and Eliana Monet, with a great run for the first try of the match.
Oh, she certainly deserved a try there, Warren. That was great determination for her running there, and holding the ball in 2 hands, and she no one was going to stop her. That was for sure.
No, that was one hell of a run. Really powerful. So the first points go to Murri United. They were inside the Bunyas 20 a couple of times already, but weren't able to cross the line. But this time from the other side of halfway. They've given a bit of space after that kick through, which went down through to Mills. But the defence never really manned up, did it? No,
absolutely. And I think that try led by the defence that Murri United actually had. They've been camping the Bunyas in their own half, so they've been getting good field position. So their defence has really been impressive to start this game off.
Now we're waiting for a kicking tee here. The kicking tee has disappeared.
Might have to bring the old sand back.
I know. Get the mound together. Here's the kicking tee. The coach has found it. But we need someone to take it onto the field. There we go. I've got to say congratulations to the ball boys and girls here. And they've worked overtime collecting the footballs every time there's a conversion attempt, bringing out the kicking tees. You see them scurrying to and fro from the middle of the field at a kick-off. They've worked overtime.
Oh, absolutely. And just seeing all the people who have made this carnival, happen. It's been great. All the volunteers and so forth. They really need to be congratulated. They've done a great job here.
They certainly have. It's been smooth running from what I've observed, and a lot of enthusiasm, and volunteers always make events like this. This is Destiny Mears, or Myers it could be, lining up the conversion attempt. And she goes through her process and right over the black dot. If there was one, it was just below that ball. So 6-0 in favour of Murri United.
The Sunshine Coast side would now, they can regroup, do a big kick-off, and hopefully have a big set of 6 in defence, and try and camp the Murri United in their own half.
Yeah, it's difficult. You can't go to a long kicking game to get you out of trouble in the women's game as much as the men can. They just don't have the length on the kicks. But you still want to finish a set pushing them back if you can.
Absolutely, especially with this wind here today too.
And the Sunshine Coast Bunyas about to kick off, kicking into the wind. Let's see what distance she can get here. Well, that's pretty handy compared to some. That's a pretty good kickoff. But look out. Here comes trouble. Racing back at them, the hard-working Grace Webb. She doesn't mind a hit up. And now with Monet, the try scorer, Eliana. Still going.
4 on a powerful. And a good play of the ball too.
Maguire turns it back inside. Batchelor with the ball. Maguire calling the shots out wider on the left. And here's Maru.
Good defence by Sunshine Coast Bunyas there. Got numbers around the ball.
Now Maguire wants it. She dummies inside, goes instead. Outside, and this is McKean. McKean still going. Oh, great tackle. Knocks her over.
From the halfback too.
What a tackle it was. Just cut her in half. It goes to Batchelor. Batchelor puts it up. And out of the hands backwards. Play on. And the Bunyas have the ball. And the first interchange about to be made. Coming on now is Elisa Mogg for Murri United. Coach shuffling his troops, make sure everybody gets a run and that no one gets too tired.
Good run from Green.
Looking very promising from Amaya Green until she bobbled the ball forward. So played back by Webb. Monet hard to put down. Penalty in favour of Murri United. Another change about to be made for Murri United. Zariah McGee about to come on in the number 9. But look out for the Bunyas here. They've got problems. Monet close to the line. Dummy half. Batchelor. Out it goes. Straightening it up and going hard for the line and getting there too for the first try. Well, not the first try, but the first try of this last minute or two. And just targeting those forwards and getting through.
Yeah, the forwards, Warren, are certainly setting the platform for them. It's the outside, I think it was the outside back, came in to take, reap the rewards from the forward pack from doing all the hard stuff and getting a quick play the ball. So good work there from Murri United.
Yeah, they did everything right once they got that set going. And just trying to pick up the try scorer, but pretty sure she's the one who's about to take the conversion. From handy to the post, trying to turn 4 into 6. So this, I think, is Mears. And she moves into it, and it's close, and the flags are up. She better back to follow the path of that, hoping that it was going through okay, and it does. So it's 12-0 in favour of Murri United, and the try scorer is going to take a break. In fact, no, that is not. Yes, sorry, I'm correct. That is Destiny Mears, who scored the try and converted it. 12 points to 0.
The Bunyans haven't really seen been in the Murri United half at all much of this in this half. So it'd be good to try and see if they can try and keep them here and get have good ball position.
So bringing the kick return is Emily McConnell. Now getting into first receiver and calling the shots. It's Harper Moore, the number 18. Webb's been in everything right from the start. Plays it back. Again, Moore. Now working that left edge. Nice tackle by Burriston.
They've got the numbers, the left edge, and they're going that way.
And there she is again throwing the dummy this time. She served up the passes a couple of times in a row. Now Moore decided to take them on, but can't go through. Across the ruck comes Batchelor. Laura Mills in from fullback. 5th tackle. Running from dummy half and might get caught here. Yeah, caught. I think that was McGee. It was Zaria McGee caught on the last, so it's a handover. It was looking promising, and then they kind of ran out of organisation right at the end of the set. Sunshine Coast Bunyas down by 12 points to 0, in possession on their own 20. Good run from Burriston.
I've been actually impressed with Burriston. Defensively, she's been going well. And she hasn't really had many players with her when she's gone with the ball. So, she's certainly put her hand up.
Eva Dayforce back, and the play the ball almost went past Burriston. And they're under pressure here, and diving on the ball is Ali Graham. So they're still trapped on their own 20 here. And that was clumsy, and the ball's been lost.
They seem to be losing a bit of their direction, Warren, with the ball. Someone needs to take a little bit of control around there. At the moment, everyone's just looking at who's going to do something. Yeah,
so the Bunyas in, not quite disarray, but a bit disorganised there, and they were under pressure from Murri United. Murri United keep coming forward, putting numbers into the tackle, getting to them quickly and rushing them. So Murri United here with a big chance from 20 metres out this scrum, and they've got the football. Batchelor still going. Amali Batchelor gets them within 15 metres. No one was expecting that, and it's been called a knock-on. Picked up in the end by Moore. She was the one who was expecting to get the ball, but the dummy half threw it out the back, and down it goes. That was a bit anticlimactic.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams just look like they've just got to reset and make sure they just go back to doing what's working for them. Just work up the middle, then hit the edges and complete their sets of 6, work their way back into the game.
It's a bit like the last game I did, and we were discussing then the fact that at this level you really need one really clear authoritative voice. You know, one player, the halfback usually, but someone telling everybody exactly where they need to be and who's going to take the next hit up and where they need to be, and with a loud, clear voice so nobody's in any doubt, just to give you a bit of direction.
Couldn't agree more. Exactly. That's what both sides really need at the moment.
So crunching tackle over the top. Oh, and she felt the full brunt of that, Mackenzie Alexander. And the tackle was Monet. Scored a try and puts in a couple of big hits. Burriston plays it back. And lack of concentration. She had a peep there. That was a mistake from Amaya Green. She just got the pass a little late. I think it came to her from Maddie Shipp, but she was having half a peep at the on-rushing defence, and down it went.
Again, as you mentioned, Warren, just someone needs to take control, just to make sure they know where they're going. Everyone's looking at who's going to be doing something. The Bunyas at half-time just really need to make sure they have one clear direction.
So Murri United still in a handy position from this scrum. They made a mess of it last time, but let's see how they go this time, with Laura Mills joining in from full-back. Still the Bunyas tackling well, holding out to date. Mogg. Going left through Moore. Yeah. Dummy half goes herself, and she goes all the way. That was a little too easy, and I think somewhat unexpected by both teams, because there are a couple of players for Murri United looked like they were expecting to get the football, but instead little dummy and shoot from dummy half, and the try scored for Murri United. The defence just didn't come off their line, wasn't ready for her. In she goes. It's 16-0.
She showed a lot of speed around from dummy half there to get out from those markers to score that try. She did a great job. I think it was young McGee.
Yeah, I think it was Zariah McGee. Didn't start the game, came on off the sideline, off the bench. And we've got a new goal kicker taking over from Destiny Myers. It'll be Eliana Monet. Yeah, there's so many different ways you can score a try, but the simplest and often pretty regular is the dummy half has a crack themselves.
Absolutely, and what they're doing is they're going forward too. It's the quickest way to the try line. Former coach mine, Peter Mulholland, said to get as much grass behind you and just run direct. And that's the advice that will probably be given to the Bunyas. Just go forward and go as quick as you can.
Monet kicks the goal, so it's 18 points to 0. In fact, that's 3 out of 3 for the goal kickers. First of all, Mia's got 2 out of 2. Now Monet, so converting those tries always handy.
She's excited too, as you can see.
Big cheer from the crowd, very popular as well. Peter Mulholland, I remember him well, Peter. He's been so involved in rugby league. I think he started out at Is it
Campbelltown?
Campbelltown
Yeah,
in
out
Sydney.
at Maris Brothers. He was doing it as a school teacher, and then went to Perth. And I was fortunate enough to work with him in recruitment and pathways.
For the Western Reds, was it?
Well, I was working with him at the Bulldogs when he was doing the recruitment at the Bulldogs, just after his time at Penrith Panthers when they won the grand final. He was the assistant coach with Johnny Lang.
I think he coached, what they were called the Western Reds, weren't they,
right.
in the old Super League days? Yeah.
Yep.
And I commentated with him at one point as well, Peter, for a few years. And he's always been around. He's always involved in rugby league. He loves it. It's in his blood.
Absolutely.
Here's a good run for Murri United. It's Harper Moore. Back on the inside to Monet. Monet beats a couple, still going. She's very mobile and carries plenty of size about her. Good strong run this for Destiny Myers. She bursts through the line, but they came at her. Great defence from McGillicott.
You got the numbers on the left, Warren, if they just go through the hands.
And Wirana sends it that way. There's a big chance here. Close to the line. Can she get it down? Touch judge flag in the air. So not quite. But a near thing for the Sunshine Coast Bunyas, who are, looks like they're coming back to the 20. So it must have been maybe even touching goal. That was a good run on the far side.
Good work from young Monet. Like, not just with the ball she's working, she's also working in defence, which is really good to see.
So the Bunyas, they've found it heavy going against this defence of Murri United from the outset today. And Maddie Shipp gets a penalty her way.
Might be the first time, Warren, that we'll see them with the ball in the Murri United's half.
Yes, and it suddenly looks different once you get over the halfway line. Frees up the attack a bit. The defenders start to worry a bit more.
Good low tackle from McGee.
In possession, but hesitant was Jada Keane. And on it goes to McGurk. And the markers working hard and just stop the momentum there of McGillicott. Good run, this out of dummy half from Barriston, very good. Barriston breaks through. She's got support arriving. She better hurry. The defence is coming at her. Makes the tackle. Did she get it down? She does, I believe. The referee, I think, is going to award this. What a wonderful run that was from Sienna Estelle Barriston. We mentioned earlier in the half that she was involved, and that's very much finishing the half the way they needed.
Absolutely. You know, young Barriston, she deserved a try there for all the work that she's done in defence. She certainly put her hand up, so it was well rewarded, that try there. And it just shows you too, Warren, that someone who runs with a bit of determination, anything could happen.
Yeah, great run. And I tell you what, it was a pretty good chase too. Made the tackle right on the line, never gave up. And Barriston, even though she went down pretty heavily in scoring the try, she's up on her feet and ready to attempt this conversion right in front. And this puts the Bunyas back in. Oh, no, she's missed it from right in front. Maybe someone else should have taken the kick after she scored the try and got crushed right on the line. But nevertheless, a very good try. 18 points to 4. And there are just a couple of minutes remaining now in the half. But that'll give the Bunyas some optimism.
Absolutely, and they get the ball back, again. So, it's a good way to finish off the half. So, hopefully that gives the Bunyans a little bit more confidence to, to go with the remainder of the game.
So I was trying to pick up the number of the Murri United player who'd almost scored in the far left-hand corner. And it was Harley Flynn went close when the touch judge flag went up in the air. I think it was touching goal. They came back to the 20. But Harley Flynn went very close just a couple of minutes before Barriston scored at the other end of the field. So the Bunyas, can they score a try again before half-time? That would really shake Murri United. put a different complexion on the game.
And it looks like it's lifted their spirits a little bit. They're running a little bit harder with a bit more intent, which is good to see.
She manages to pull that pass in. It was above her head and really fingertip control there. Alexander it was. Good defence moving up there from McGee on the right. Cut that pass off. Could have been a shift on. And now with Jada Keane. Fifth tackle. Wingers dropping back. And they're running it on the last and going over the halfway line, but that's a handover. It was Ali Graham caught with on the last tackle.
They need a big set of 6 in defence, Sunshine Coast here, to go into the half with a bit more confidence.
Back into the Bunyas half. I think that was Elisa Mogg. Oh, and a dummy thrown, and she goes straight through. Tremendous run. This one should be tackled, cut down. That was Destiny Myers. Brilliant run. Just opened them up all by herself. And now it's Monet. Monet, look out. Here's trouble. Monet goes straight through and scores her second try. She knows when they're vulnerable, and she went straight at them. Destiny Mears with the big break, and then Eliana Monet with the try on the back of it. And the score now 22-4.
Probably what they didn't want it to happen right on the halftime hooter, but it was a great run from Destiny, which created that opportunity. It's certainly good to see, and also for Eleanor to push up without the ball, to receive it. It was great. Yeah,
the fact that the Bunyas took that last tackle and went to ground without no disruption really to the defence of Murri United. They were quickly on the attack and got it wide, and that was really smart work by Destiny Mears. She just came at them quickly and threw the dummy, and away she went.
Absolutely, and the Murri United, it's really impressed me how quick they are, especially on they've got great footwork. They're not just a powerful team; they're very mobile as well.
So here's Destiny Mears or Myers. Right in front, puts it over the fence onto the ground at the far side, and the ball boys will have to go over the fence, climbing over there to retrieve that football. And that is half-time. With the conversion, the score extends to 24-4 in favour of Murri United over the Sunshine Coast Bunyas. And second half will be back with us in just a couple of minutes. second half about to get underway in this match between the Murri United team and the Sunshine Coast Bunyas. And right now, Murri United leading 24-4 and in possession here from the kick-off. Had a good first half. 2 tries to Monet, try to Mears and McGee as well.
Oh, good run.
And away they go again. And this is Monet showing she's pretty fast. Look, she is a powerhouse. What a great run. And she's still on her feet. She cannot be stopped. Aliana Monet puts them within 10 metres, and they might well score here as charging forward with the ball is, now who is that again? That is Tishala Maru. No, I think it's Grace Webb, in fact.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's Grace Webb there, Warren. But again, Monet, what a start to the second half for the Murri United. To make a big 40-metre break like that. But what I was impressed with as well, Warren, is that once she got tackled, she didn't just lay there. She got up as quick as she could to play the ball.
Yeah, she's had a big game, Aliana Monet. So too has Grace Webb.
Couldn't ask for a better start, that one, Warren.
No, any hope that the Bunyas had of quickly getting back into this game, that's kind of gone up in smoke very quickly. They scored that try just before half-time, the Bunyas, and failed to convert it. Got 4 points out of that, but 6 would have been even better. And then all of a sudden, they were leading. They were down 18 to 4, and then Monet scored yet another try to make it 24 to 4 at half-time. And now on the back of that try, attempting to convert here, it's Mears. She's got a good boot on her, and it's there. Well, one of the best kickers in this under-14 competition that we've seen, no doubt, there, Destiny Mears, converting that try, and the score mounts to 30 points to 4.
And it wasn't just so much the distance of the kick, it's into this wind as well. She did a great job to get a goal from that angle and that position.
Yeah, kicking across the wind, but never looked like missing. In fact, the touch judges had their flags up when the ball was halfway there. They had no doubt. So Murri United leading 30 points to 4 and receiving this kick-off, but they might not get possession. They won't. Diving on it was Ali Graham. Referees found a knock-on, though. By whom first? Looks as if it'll go against Sunshine Coast Bunyas.
Yeah, I think they said the initial one went back from Murri United and it was knocked on, the referee's calling, from Sunshine Coast Bunyas.
So, yes, Batchelor's got the football in her hands, so it's going to be a scrum feed for Murri United. If you've just joined us, Murri United on the right of the screen in the multicolours, and the mainly white on the left is the Sunshine Coast Bunyas. Scrum win, Batchelor's got it, and quickly through the hands of Maguire. And they find a bit of room out wide, but the ball's been dropped. Put down by Laura Mills. And now they've got a chase in the other direction with Burriston taking off. Burriston, still going Burriston. What a try from Burriston. Got to get it down safely here in the tackle. Batchelor comes at her again. She had a fight on her hands to plant that ball. But I think the referee's going to acknowledge the try. And there it is. He says fair try. Well, Burriston has done it twice. That was a great counter-attack from her. Once the ball was dropped by Laura Mills and ended up with Burriston, she made them pay big time.
Absolutely, and it was a side that's going, behind on the scoreboard. Young Burriston, again, just a determination run. Hopefully that lifts the rest of the Sunshine Coast side, and hopefully they can actually learn from what she does. Just run with some determination. It goes a long way.
Yeah, well, she's played very well for the Bunyas team in this match. They're a little down on personnel, the Sunshine Coast Bunyas, with Lalasa Speedy had a HIA in an earlier game, so she's not available now. And they already were down a few players. They didn't have a full squad of 25, but for that matter, Murri United don't either. There's a few spaces missing. And here's the kick from Burriston, and this is a good one. No doubt about that. So that improves the scoreboard. 30 points to 10 in favour of Murri United now.
It's reminding me, Warren, a little bit of the English Super League, try for try.
It's like basketball, you think?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, there's been a few games, some high-scoring games where it has been try for try at this Queensland Murri Carnival. Don't forget, you can go to the Murri Carnival app, Queensland Murri Carnival, QMC, and there's a whole stack of information. There's all of the scores from the previous matches as well. There's live stream action from all 5 fields, so you can see any game that's going on right now live, and lots of other background information as well about the Murri Carnival. Now, stepping away from a couple of players there, and it's McWork.
Oh, they received a penalty here for a rake, 2 in the tackle from McWork, so bit of luck there for Sunshine Coast, which is good to see that they're going to have a bit more possession of the footy.
Burriston going to take the tap. She looks quite athletic, doesn't she? Strong in the legs. We've seen her run, and you just look at her there. She's in pretty good shape.
Absolutely.
McWork has another run, and she's buried by Monet. Heading a little bit wider away from the traffic as Green. Burriston goes to dummy half. And running from dummy half. She's going to try and turn this game single-handedly, and she just might. What a run again. Beat 3 or 4.
And receives a penalty as well. She's really, got this team on her back at the moment.
She absolutely has. We said in the first half that you just need some clear, loud voice. Well, she's clearly it. She's trying to take this game by the scruff of the neck for her team. And looks like she is just playing dummy half now. At least she gets her hands on the football quickly. Now, running into a heavy tackle
from Mears.
Mears, the tackler. And it was a good run up until that point. And here goes Burriston again. Gets it away to Mills. No, sorry, not Mills. Keane, that is. Keane.
Down the short side, there's an opportunity here.
And it's Burriston who goes for it. Brushes off a couple. Can't find a player to pass to. She really is doing it all herself at the moment. Back inside from Templeman to a runner, but she runs into trouble. That's Graham. She's been hit heavily. Down she goes. No damage done, she says.
No, accidentally, I think she grabbed her by the hair.
So they've got a penalty. The Sunshine Coast Bunyas. This is as concerted an attack as they've had all game. Ali Graham's going to take the tap. And where's Burriston? She's put so much effort in the last couple of minutes. She must be feeling it, but she's ready to go. She's right near Ali Graham. Graham goes herself. They stand back and wait for her to come. Watch out for Burriston from dummy half. What are the odds here of her having a crack herself? No, she passes it away to Templeman. Templeman, a good little step, but she's thrown back. Oh, no, she's lost the ball in the tackle. It must have come out very late. She, got a bit of fairly rough treatment thrown back, but I thought she was okay. I just wanted to see whether Burriston would have another go.
Absolutely. But, they've got the Murri United where they want them. They've got to come all the way out of their own half. So, big set of 6 here. And
so in possession, Murri United just need to get it out of here. They haven't had to spend too much time in their own 10 or 20 getting it out of this area. Harley Flynn to play it. That's Webb. Good tackle from guess who? Burriston. And here's a good run, finding a bit of a hole too in the defence. And still going with spiders all over her. that was Wiriana. Now Webb again, another hit up in this set. Certainly putting in the effort. Batchelor goes to the line, puts the kick ahead. Oh, she should have come forward to it to catch it on the full. Instead, she lets it bounce, and this is going to hurt. Or they're into touch. Into touch. But that was a mistake. That had to be taken on the full, that kick.
Great chase from Moore to put herself in the position to, even possibly get a try. That was, the kick's only as good as its chase, and she did a great job there.
Yeah, it turned out to be a pretty good set from Murri United, from one end to the other, really. And Batchelor with what turned out to be a handy kick on the end of it. Sunshine Coast survived that moment.
It's end-to-end football at the moment.
And racing defence there from Melissa Mogg came up really quickly, and they've been tackled, and now a mistake right in front of the posts.
Morgan McGee just showed that they came off the line, put a lot of pressure on, and they've got the result that they were looking for with the knock-on. Yeah,
well, that's a word you hear around the Murri Carnival a lot. Deadly, that is deadly from both points of view.
Absolutely.
Deadly for Murri United, deadly against the Sunshine Coast Bunyas. Two mistakes really in a row. And they're under immense pressure here to hold out. Batchelor's on the right side of this scrum. Mills is on the left. It goes to Batchelor. Batchelor takes off. She's got support outside. She gives it to the centre, and it's no contest. Brianna Rebel just races over. No defence out there from the scrum. They were strung out, the Bunyas. And so a good try to Brianna Rebel for Murri United.
And good work from Amalia, on that number 13, down that short side off the scrum. Didn't overplay her hand, straightened up nicely to give the ball to Brianna Rebel and an open space. So, nice work try off the scrum.
Yeah, it followed, those two mistakes by the Bunyas. Just gave wonderful field position from the scrum to Murri United, and they've capitalised on it. Murri United back to halfway with an array of drink bottles there ready for them. It's still pretty warm here when you're out in the sun. It's really quite hot, but if you're in the shade, the breeze is just a little bit cooler. It's a contrast. But I reckon it feels like 10 degrees different if you're in the sun.
Absolutely. I'll tell you who certainly does need a drink is Alyssa Mogg. Her efforts of back-to-back hit-ups certainly put the Murri United side on the front foot, so she certainly deserved a drink then.
Monet moves in, hits it firmly, but swings left. So the score remains 34 points to 10 in favour of Murri United.
I was surprised Destiny didn't have another kick there. She got it from that angle, only about 10 minutes ago, and she's out in the field. Maybe she's just thought she'll share the kicking duties around. Yeah,
I think you're right. Even when Monet moved into it, she hit one pretty well before. But I guess they are sharing the kicks around. You never know, later in the tournament someone might be injured, so they'll experiment and see who's in form with the boot.
Absolutely, and it's great to see, Warren, with the NRL W now in the competition and the potential expansion there. There's a lot of opportunities for these young girls. Them playing football is just their first opportunity. Hopefully they just keep staying at their craft.
And there's the kick from Burriston for the touchline, but she can't get it past Brianna Rebel. Rebel was awake and stepping and running, doing well here. Brianna Rebel having just scored one try, now she's full of running. That didn't turn out the way that Burriston thought it would. She was looking to kick it over the sideline on the bounce. McConnell plays it back. Bad pass. They lose 10 metres. Now Monet. Monet swerving between players. Good tackle that time. Batchelor. Mogg. Very short on their left-hand side here, the Bunyas. It's 5 against 1. Batchelor goes that way. They keep it going through Maguire. And now on the charge, it's Webb. Webb gets a well-deserved try. She's been in everything from minute one of this game.
Yeah, the power of possession again with the Murri United. Just too much ball in good field position. It's certainly making it a bit easier for them to score the tries at the moment. Sunshine Coast Bunyas just really need to try and tighten up their defence, and probably they just really need to get off their line. You know, you can't wait for the Murri United side, because if you do, that's going to be the consequence with tries down those on those edges.
And those two powerful forwards, Eliana Monet and Grace Webb, haven't they worked in tandem well together? They keep driving the defence back and beating tackle after tackle.
It's like you just have to deal with one, and then you got the next one coming. It's a 1-2 punch.
It's a nightmare.
Absolutely.
Moving in, we have a different kicker this time. Unsuccessful for Maguire, Tasma Maguire. Couldn't get the distance. He bounds back to halfway with a smile on her face. The score now 38-10.
Sunshine Coast Bunyas, now's the opportunity. They've just got to try and finish the game strong. They've got a few more games to go. Now's an opportunity to make sure that, you know, they can finish. It's going to be a little bit tougher now with young Burriston at the back of the field. You know, she's hopefully she can stay on the field, because they need her out there. She's a natural leader for the Sunshine Coast team.
Yeah, I wonder whether she's just suffering from exhaustion. Did you see her take a knock?
No, I didn't see her take a knock, but I seen her make the first two tackles in here, and she certainly put her body on the line today.
Yeah, tried very hard for her side. This could find touch if they get another bounce. Not quite. In the end, saved by Letitia Weyer. Got an awkward bounce there. Always helps to try and catch it on the full. Not that that was her fault. And a dancing run here by Harper Moore. And they go to one of their other big forwards, and this is Tashala Maru. Across field goes Maguire. And Webb looking for more action.
She's had a big second half, Webb, and she's still going.
Bumped away from a tackle when they looked like they had her.
And she's still driving those legs.
Yeah, Yalara Jones came off worse for the wear, trying to make that tackle. She needs to get back in the line. Is this Webb again? No, not Webb this time.
Mogg, this is
Mogg. Well, we probably should include Mogg. She's made a couple of great hit-ups today in the trio of strong forwards. Here's a kick, awkward take, well done, courageous, but driven back into the in-goal area, nothing they can do. That is a goal line dropout.
Everything seems to be going the Murri United way at the moment. They're doing really well. That's a great set of six.
And a good take there by Eva Day, standing her ground under pressure there. She could hear the thundering hooves coming through on her, but she kept her eye on the football and took it. Now Burriston, she's going to kick short here. Not quite in the direction she intended, but even had backspin on it, that one.
I wish I could have that on my golf shot.
Exactly. At least she hit the ball. That's more than I do on my golf shots. Here's Mogg. She got there too. No, just very close. Stepping and straightening, and the defence swarms on her. That's Maguire. They've got a few options here, Murri United. And skirting wide is Harper Moore, and Harper Moore goes all the way. She's looked very elusive at times in this match, Harper Moore, the number 18. So another good try for Murri United.
She did a great job there. Noticed that the defence was tired and used her footwork and, as you mentioned, Warren, her elusive speed, got on the outside and created a really nice opportunity for herself to score a try.
So they've cracked the 40-point mark now. Murri United, 42-10 with a kick to come near the posts. And it looks like Maguire might get a second chance, having missed the previous one.
As you mentioned earlier, it's going to be certainly interesting with the finals coming up. There's some quality teams out there, and it could be anyone's competition in this age group, that's for sure.
Now, we'll be discussing who gets the 3 points, 2 points and 1 shortly, but just looking over my shoulder to make sure Eddie Monet isn't behind me in case he tries to influence the vote on Eliana, who's had a good game. The kick misses, so no luck there for Maguire. And the score is 42 points to 10. I thought I heard Eddie coming up the stairs with big steps.
I've seen Eddie, so I'll let you do the 3-2-1 and I'll support you. But it's certainly going to be hard to select because they went well, Murri United, as a team, not just as individuals. So it'll be
absolutely right. Yeah, like there's plenty to choose from in the Murri. Destiny Mears. I'm just going from the top, from number 1. Destiny Mears. Maguire's played well. Mogg, Batchelor, Webb, Monet. Maru's had a couple of good charges. There's plenty of players there to choose from in terms of the best players. That's from Murri United, and hard not to include Burriston from the Bunyas, as she's really tried very hard for a team on a losing side.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
So Murri United with one more chance, and it's Tashala Maru. The defenders still coming up for the Bunyas, still far from throwing in the towel. And look at the effort here of Amamea Green.
It's good to see the two props from each side in a battle there, Green and Mogg.
Now they shifted a bit wide and looking to pass and showing the ball. That's a nice run.
She's looked very elusive, Laura Mills, today.
She has. Yeah, she was running very nicely and had options there. She was making options. Here's Moore again. Harper Moore, the last try scorer. Dummy half, McGee. Inside from Maguire. Up the middle, they go with Webb. Still got a bit of structure in their play here, Murri United. They can build into each set. They get a penalty as well.
And that was really late in the tackle count there, Warren. So, it's pretty much going back-to-back sets of 6.
So McGee takes the tap, and here comes Webb winding up and still going. That's a 15-metre charge. Plenty of post-contact metres there. But I know she's okay. I thought for a moment she'd been hurt. The tackler in the end was Maddie Shipp.
Good tackle for Maddie Shipp there. Really put her body in front.
Mears gets it away. More dummies. Accelerates, and she's going to go straight under the post. Wonderful try. 2 in a row from Harper Moore. She is skillful. She's got a bit of nous, and she can run.
Seeing someone elusive like that reminds me of the man behind us, Nathan Blacklock, in his prime, around the ruck, finding the tired defenders, and she did a great job there, Harper Moore, and scored back-to-back tries.
She certainly did. Yeah, good effort there from Harper Moore, and they're not far short of the 50-point mark, but I don't know whether they'll get much time after this conversion attempt.
No, I think she scored right on the hooter. And I think that's what Sunshine Coast were happy, that game's there and they can regroup and get ready for the next one.
No, that Nathan Blacklock, he could score a try, but he also had a pretty good somersault in him.
I know. I played a charity game with him in the sunny coast. I could only do a roly-poly. I couldn't actually get close to doing a...
And the kick is successful here for Maguire. And they all celebrate wildly that Maguire has kicked the conversion. She's got 1 from 3. So there's plenty to celebrate out there, and hard to keep up with all the tries, but I think Murri United, final score, 48 points to 10. So a convincing victory and well played by Murri United. And unfortunately for the Sunshine Coast Bunyas, they've just run into an opposition that was just a bit classier and a bit harder to handle. But they never threw in the towel.
No, absolutely. And there's a lot of positives that they can take to the Sunshine Coast Bunyas. But, as you mentioned, Murri United just too strong today, and they did very well.
So I'll let Troy Clarkson have a think about the 3, 2 and a 1. He's free of any pressure from anybody in the box here. And shortly we'll be back with more action from the Queensland Murri Carnival. Murri United, too good in this under-14 girls match for the Sunshine Coast Bunyas, 48 to 10.